Let me read for you the exchange between Todd Blanche and Michael Cohen. So you only gave him $20,000 and you took $30,000. Blanche, you stole from the Trump organization, right? Cohen says, yes, sir. Blanche goes on later on. He says, you did steal from the Trump organization based upon the expected reimbursement, correct? And he says, yes, sir. So again, that is breaking it out because essentially they walked through what it is.
Witch hunt. This is a witch hunt. Election interference. Everybody that lied. He's a liar. Case closed. Dismissed. It's over.
Yeah, I was ready, they didn't have my back. They were petty, I stayed in my bed. On that petty, I brought it right back.
Case over. Thank y'all. Y'all are helping Trump. Oh boy, I told y'all, man. Everybody got to suck up their pride and admit to it, man. Y'all see the news that just hit this morning? Y'all see the news that hit last week? And boy, we're gonna crack open the cold November. I got the cooler ready. I got the barbecue grill getting hot. I just put that new bag of charcoal in there. I told y'all Trump was walking in the backyard and he seen them ant piles. And he was going, what's my phone at? Siri, what is the President Trump's shoe size? That damn phone don't never work. God damn. I'm finna stop paying my phone bill. But I think it's a size 14 because his son is 6'8". So for you to have a 6'8" son, he got to have like a size 13 or 14 foot. He gonna take that size 15 and just and kick over them ant piles. Hey man, these cases are over. Complete sham. Everybody lying. They say it's so much backstabbing going on. This might as well be a murder case, a murder trial. So much backstabbing going on. Yeah. I want revenge. I want revenge. Trump has broke me. I want revenge. Oh, buddy. Oh, man. Little do y'all know y'all is helping Trump, man. And y'all done woke up so many people, and we're going to keep calling it out. We're going to keep showing it. We're going to make sure everybody can see it. Oh, boy. Alvin do nothing brag. And I hope we come for you, Alvin. Oh, man. As soon as he put his foot through the door, we coming to get you, buddy. We coming to get you. Because everybody know what you about. Then gonna wait 8 years. Oh, man. Corruption at its finest, y'all. But shout out to them beautiful patriots, man. I hope y'all are starting off y'all week amazing. We're sending out more hats today. And I even had requests of some of y'all saying, Rick, could you sign it and send it to me? So I'm gonna be doing some special give outs, and we're gonna be I'm gonna be signing hats and sending them to you. Now for people, a lot of y'all, it's thousands of y'all that already got y'all hats. I know, don't be jealous. Well, Rick, you didn't sign mine. Well, look, now people are requesting it now. I'm not some celebrity. I'm just like y'all, man. I pay my taxes just like y'all. I be struggling just like y'all, you know. Boy, but I encourage y'all to spread the love, man. We are living in some dark, crazy times. Suicide rates, depression, anxiety, PTSD is at an all-time high, man. It is sad when we go out in the public, you know. It's criminals out there just smiling, you know, homeless veterans sitting outside. I mean, it's bad, man. You go inside the store, people are mad and frowned up and making life decisions. You know, I encourage you to spread the love. Check up on your loved ones. Let's jump straight in. And this case is over. Yeah, this case is dismissed. This case is over. Just stop wasting everybody's time. Stop wasting everybody's money. Stop wasting everybody's time. Everybody see what this is. Everybody sees what this is for what it is. This is election interference. This is a complete sham. A disgrace. This is not America now, but this is America. We got to get Trump back in office, man. We got to get this thing turned around. But again, they are leading Trump to a victory. Little do they know. Sorry to tell you. Hope that news don't hurt him too much. Because I know we got some Biden feet massages in the comments like we do every video. Rub his feet. Rub Joe's feet. Rub them. I love y'all, man. God bless all my beautiful people around the world, baby.
Juror, and again, it's impossible. It's impossible to read these jurors.
Yeah, and they got to face the facts. They got to look. Hear what they say on this panel, man.
But if I'm a juror and I've heard, and I've been warned that Michael Cohen lies. The prosecutors have said this. They've set it up. I'm prepared for that. I'm prepared for he's lied in the past repeatedly. I don't know if a jury is prepared for he lied to this jury 2 days ago, but now he's really telling the truth. I mean, I don't know. Does it?
Oh, suck it up, Cooper, and it's CNN.
The juror make a difference between, oh yeah, those are his old lies, but he's really now telling the truth.
Jurors understand, and he cleaned this up in the afternoon. He was stronger after lunch. Memory is not perfect, okay? People do not have perfect recollections.
Okay, but
we're going to get redirect.
We're going to get redirect for almost all witnesses except for an inveterate liar.
So, but let me just argue.
That's a really hard argument to make.
Let me just argue one other thing, because it's going to leave my mind, which is if this phone call, if his testimony previously was, it was so urgent that I talked to Trump because I got to check in with the boss on everything I do, and I'm going forward with the Stormy Daniels payment, and he's got to approve it. So I'm calling him now. It's going to be a quick phone call. I call Keith Schiller because I want to talk to the boss. If that was so urgent and in his mind, why is he obsessing about a 14-year-old boy who's allegedly prank calling him and contacting Keith Schiller saying, I got to talk to you about this weird phone number that shows up? It's not, I got to talk to the boss. There's something really urgent. And calling Keith Schiller and talking to the boss, and then after that conversation is over, saying to Schiller, "Oh, by the way, there's this phone number." It's not. It seems like the 14-year-old boy is the reason he's calling.
What they're asking, I mean, you just basically made the defense's case for them. Memories are not perfect. That is exactly what they're saying to Michael Cohen, that your memory is not perfect and you don't remember exactly that you even spoke to Donald Trump on this phone call. I mean, his most devastating line after the text with the 14-year-old was, I believe I spoke with Mr. Trump. He didn't even double down on it after he was pressed on it. And so that is exactly their entire case here, that they've been saying, Michael Cohen, how can you not remember this, but then you remember this phone call with Donald Trump?
The best part
throw the whole case away. Just throw the whole case away.
The jury is not interested in what you believe.
Which he got objected on.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That's the kind of comment that you make. You don't care whether that objection is sustained. You're communicating to the jury.
And he said that looking at the jurors, by the way.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I, as Caitlin said, look, I think the issue with Michael Cohen is that, particularly when you have animus toward another person, which they have demonstrated pretty clearly, it is also plausible for the jury to believe that your memory is colored by your desire to see Donald Trump behind bars. And that's why this moment, I think, is so devastating, because he is so crystal clear on everything that is bad for Donald Trump's case, but on everything from the mundane to other things that apparently at the time he was really worked up about. He cannot remember it. And that is both a problem from the case's perspective, but I just think in general for Michael Cohen, this is the issue with him, is that you cannot always be sure. Yes, he's been telling this story for 6 years, but in those 6 years, he's been trying to get Donald Trump convicted of crimes.
Well, it was also fascinating in the courtroom today because I had not...
Thank you, Abby. Y'all know we usually don't swing the CNN way, but Abby... That was a good point right there. Wake them up. Just shut the whole thing down. Oh man, y'all ready to crack open the cold in November, y'all? Where them beautiful Patriots at? I know y'all smiling today, man. Where my hard-working Patriots at today, man? We wishing y'all an amazing week, man. Some of y'all chilling, some of y'all retired. Some of y'all done had an amazing life, man. Some of y'all just trying to live for your kids. Some of y'all raising your kids still, Some of y'all done went to war and walked into burning buildings, Some of y'all done saved lives. I didn't talk to a lot of patrons on the channel, man. We got a lot of hardcore people on this channel, man. A lot of amazing family members, man. It's a blessing, man. A lot of y'all want to smile when you go to the gas station and go pick up something to eat from the store, you know. I know, man. Yeah. A lot of y'all want to go back to the good days, you know. Where you can actually get out the bed and smile and stretch and dance and jiggle around, you know. Amen. Yes, indeed.
I must admit, I have not listened to Michael Cohen's podcast, Mea Culpa, but it was shocking. But it was a moment of it was played in the courtroom today, and it was so fascinating because Michael Cohen's testimony has been very even-keeled,
even demeanor,
very rational, very yes, ma'am, no, sir, all this. And suddenly they played this thing, and there's a guy screaming in the room, like, using expletives.
No, it's just normal Michael Cohen.
No, it's just regular. But first of all, there's also a rap song. As somebody who does a podcast, I was like, is this his actual normal speaking voice in a podcast? Because it's literally yelling, and it's clearly written down because he's speaking in a way that's not. So he's written down these yells, like it's got to be all in caps. I mean, it was shocking. I was like, it was
between that, just the volume of him, and compared with his very calm demeanor, that was. I also was like, whoa.
I mean, it filled the courtroom. I don't know if somebody turned up the volume too loud. I was like, is this intentionally too loud? Oh, wait, I'm told we have a clip of the podcast. Let's play it, and play it loud, because it was quite loud in the courtroom, I got to tell you. Let's hear it.
Volume.
I truly hope that this man ends up in prison. It won't bring back the year that I lost or the damage done to my family, but revenge is a dish best served cold. And you better believe I want this man to go down and rot inside for what he did to me and my family.
Throw the whole... That was played outside in the courtroom loud. They had it turned all the way up, double bass speakers and stereo amplifier system. They played it out loud for everybody to hear. Throw the whole case away. Y'all done wasted everybody's time. Everybody done lied. And it's not just Cohen that done lied. Everybody done lied. We can go down the list. This is election interference, man. Sham. This is a disgrace right here, you guys.
So yeah, that's what was played in court.
I think he's a little biased. I don't know. Well, but there is, I think, a fun.
Oh, think he's a little biased. Oh, I tell you, man, CNN, boy, y'all helping Trump win, man.
Fundamental question about Michael Cohen as a witness, which is the jury going to listen to him and the cross and the history of lying and say, the hell with this guy? I mean, just write him off, or are they going to say, look, he's had this traumatic experience. He went to prison because he thought he was helping Donald Trump. Let's parse each statement and see whether those statements are corroborated. And this is really, I think, the prosecution's great hope. And this is why they examined him the way they did on direct, which was scaffolding his testimony with text messages, phone records. Now, the big problem with today is those text messages came back to bite him, at least in this one exchange. But it is also worth mentioning that, he had years of contact with Donald Trump. It's not in debate that whether he could, whether he was in touch with him. Right. If he's mistaken about this one phone call, one prosecution response is, so what?
No.
He was in touch for 10 years.
But it's not just this one phone call. And one, you also have to remember there are two attorneys on this jury who were listening to Michael Cohen admit that he agrees it's unethical for an attorney to record their client. They're listening to that. Todd Blanche is trying to catch him in other inconsistencies. He seems like he's about to catch him in another lie on Monday. This is something I'm watching because he asked him about recording conversations with reporters, which Michael Cohen said he did pretty often. But he said he stopped after the 2016 campaign. And then Todd Blanche pressed him on that, and he said, I would have to check. And Todd Blanche responded with this knowing tone, well, we'll check together in a minute. So it seems like he's just catching up to that. Maybe it doesn't change the actual documents, but it could really undermine the credibility.
But Caitlin, this is a controversial view, but attorneys are also human beings, and they understand.
And now he got caught stealing. Now they didn't got caught stealing. So now we finna go cover. We're gonna drop a whole video on that too, y'all. I hope y'all are ready. Today's gonna be a very eventful day. I hope my Patriots are ready, man.
Understand that sometimes people do stupid things. Sometimes people say things when they're angry, and they hold grudges. That doesn't mean every word they say is a lie, and that's the challenge for the prosecutors to say, look, we know he lied, and they brought out a lot of that on direct.
Lying dog. Say it out loud with me, Patriots. Lying dog. I got to blank out my words, but I think that word is allowed. We can say that word loud on YouTube, I believe. Lying dog.
Unfortunately for them, not everything. I mean, they certainly should have brought out this whole thing about the 14-year-old, but this wasn't a total surprise to the jury, I suspect. Obviously, I don't know.
And that's why this case, from day one, starting with David Pecker and the August 2015 meeting in Trump Tower, where you have Pecker agreeing that there is going to be this activity, this catch and kill activity to benefit the campaign, and going all throughout the testimony with those corroborating notes in Alan Weisselberg's hand. This is one tile in a mosaic. And even today, Cohen was much stronger in the afternoon. And the jury does not necessarily fixate on that one moment.
Well, it was also interesting because until the exciting end right before the lunch break, I kept sitting there wondering, well, all Todd Blanche is talking about is just lies by Michael Cohen about things in general, not anything to do with a document that was signed about Stormy Daniels, or anything to do with Stormy Daniels, or anything to do with hush money.
Bam!
Payments. And to me, it felt very meandering. And, I was like, okay, yeah, we know the guy has lied a lot, and that's kind of baked in.
Except for one thing. And that's another blockbuster area of this testimony, which I think is extraordinary. Doesn't seem to be something many people have picked up on. And that is the following. It is an extraordinary thing in my experience for a cooperating witness to take the stand and admit under oath at a trial that they pleaded guilty to something that they didn't commit. In other words, perjuring themselves at the time of the plea allocution. Now, look, I know there's all kinds of stuff here about replaying the how many times can he be untruthful and how many times is he untruthful under oath. But I have to tell you, at least as I learned being a prosecutor, if you have a cooperating witness that can't tell the truth at a plea allocution, that means that witness is basically worthless.
He testified he lied to the judge in this prior case. And
denying that his plea was voluntary.
And then when Todd Blanche asked him, well, what do you think the judge would have thought of you? Don't you think the judge would like to have known you were lying? I mean, don't you think that would have impacted his decision?
And it would have.
And Michael Cohen was like, I don't know.
No, he said the judge was in on it.
Yeah,
he said that the assistant U.S. attorneys and the judge was in on it.
I mean, that's why. And then Todd Blanche's cross-examination. So basically, whenever you get into a problem, it's always blame somebody else. Blame President Trump. Blame the judge. Blame the Justice Department. Blame the U.S. Attorney's Office of the Southern District of New York. Blame Congress. I mean, how many places do you have to go where this guy has lied many times under oath, and it's always somebody else's fault? It's not his fault. I mean, I got to tell you, in summation, that's pretty powerful evidence to a jury to say you shouldn't believe anything this guy says. And if you have to rely on his testimony in any fashion whatsoever in order to convict Donald Trump, i.e., in order to fix Donald Trump's intent, you have a reasonable doubt. You can't have anything else but a reasonable doubt.
There it is. CNN admitting. Everybody sucking up their pride. They know what's going on. They know this is a sham. They know this case is over. Dismissed. Yeah. And we got to get these people in power disbarred and removed and gone. They need to be investigated. you know, after all this is up. And I hope Trump walks in there, I'm telling y'all, and he just knocks over those ant piles. You're not supposed to knock over the ant piles. You're not supposed to knock over the ant piles. That size 15 feet, just kicking over all the ant piles in the backyard. I love y'all, man. This thing is over. We're going to keep bringing updates. We're going to keep showing what they don't want to show. We're going to keep calling it is for what it is. And pretty soon in November, we're going to crack open the code. Be sure to make sure you email me to win you a free mega hat. And I'll catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace and love, y'all.